So for once, I'm actually early. So just walking around the lake, you don't need to see me. So for those who don't know it, this is where it gets really shallow. So this is like peg 7. I hope I don't draw here because you're a little bit cut off. Hey, you got an island chuck, still could catch, but obviously edges ain't going to be great. Let's give it a little bit more light. There we go. And then this is where I was last time, on 9. There's a link above to see my last match was on here. And then it really hot but really shallow, and I've caught long and then I've had a few down the edge. At least like with 9, at least peg 8's like it's yours, if that makes sense, because obviously 7 can't get to it. So happy days. And with the limits of 3 pints of maggots, I just focused just on that edge and then just fed corn and micros down there and didn't catch nothing. Bit of poo. I don't know if that's Phil Evans. Hope he comes today. I haven't seen him for ages.
Turned up on the Wednesday morning, walked over the door, said have this moved out again.
You eyeing up your favourite peg then?
Well, he was just asking me which pegs I'd choose today, and you know what, this is my favourite peg.
Yeah.
It's an awesome peg. You'd have this today, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
You like this peg too, don't you?
Yeah, brilliant peg. This is the only peg really you can reach a far bank properly, isn't it?
Going on the pace today?
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm going to go pace long as well.
I just think his pace is a good bait because it's quite a silty bottom.
I caught on the pace really well yesterday, so I think the pace suited now.
Is there? There's a lot of water boatmen, isn't there? There's loads. So that's the flower pot peg, 13. Got a little bit of room. You obviously have hopefully to catch down the edges. And then 15, I don't know. You just got to catch short and down your edge because you're just a little bit cut off. And you're not allowed to cast to the island because obviously that's going over 13 and over 18. So fishing that edge, mind. So what will I be doing? Well, paste. Worms might work, it's that time of year. And so I've got 3 pints of maggots, probably about 3/4 of a kilo of worms, a few tins of corn, and then got some obviously fishery pellets. I'll have 3 bags, 6 pints. And then we'll go from there. Depending on where I draw, will depend on which pellets you're going to take, to be honest. So 18's a great peg. Got like a, for those who don't know, you got like a bar. I don't mean like a bar that Derek Newson would like. You see all them fish blowing. So there's a bar like 14.5 meters just comes up, and I think the bottom is a lot harder there. Yeah, this would be a nice draw, to be honest. Catch to the pallet and then just catch against the bar, maybe short if you're lucky. I think it might fish hard today, been flat. Apparently there's a chance of a thunderstorm. See, 20, you can just about reach a far bank, believe it or not, with a pole. It's a long way. Beautiful lake, I do like it here. Gets a lot wider, a bit deeper, a lot of fish moving around, a few fish blowing, but just a bit worried, it's just a little bit too flat. That's a peg you want, isn't it? 24.
I'd take that. Massively old growth this.
Yeah, it is. See a ghosty there, look.
Needs some shears from those pegs.
Ghosty there. Don't know if my camera will pick it up. Been from Argos and all that, might not. I think he's just dropped a little bit too low now. What's time?
45.
Oh, cool. $27, decent peg. Shallower that way, deeper that way. There's a deep hole. It's unreal. Like if you go there, it's like maybe 2 foot deep. Go over there, it's like 4 foot deep. So you got best of both worlds, really. This is a fantastic peg, especially now the paddock goes right out, about 16 meters. That little hole, about there, look. Quite shallow though. And there's 29. You've got a carp down there, look. Mooching around. There's quite a few actually. So wish us luck. Hopefully we'll draw somewhere half decent. Fingers crossed, toes crossed and all the rest of it. I'll catch you in a bit. So, you wouldn't believe it, I've drawn peg 9. So my last match I drew peg 9. I was lucky enough to win it, but conditions were a little bit different. It was still very hot, but we had a good steady sort of breeze, so a little bit of ripple. Also the water level's a little bit lower, it's a bit muggy, so I'm not sure how it's going to fish. My prediction, I think 140 is going to win it. My mate Chase reckons it'd be 180. So we will see. So I'm going to start on the method, hopefully get one straight away. If I'm really lucky I'll get 2, and then for whatever reason on the method it just seems to die. As in, not someone dies, as in it just fades away, I don't know. So I've got a waggler rod, willing to chuck a waggler over the top. That could work, but I just worry to try and catch shallow in the shallowest peg on the lake, which is maximum depth at the moment here is probably maybe 2 foot. So I'm not being funny, I don't think that's necessarily going to work. So it'd be, you know, but anyway, we'll see. So just fishery micros, so 2 mils, run the method, and just a fishery 6 mil on a banded duck. So 0.23 mainline to a 0.18 hook length. And then all I'm going to do is going to ping pellets to my right, which hopefully I'm going to catch on paste. And I haven't fed no worms or anything yet, and I'm going to fish that to my left. You'll know when the fish is there because you might see tail. Well, that didn't take long. You might see tails and blows, and to be honest with you, because the peg's so shallow, literally you just see them kicking up dirt. So to be honest with you, that does work, I suppose, maybe in a little bit of your favour, because you know when the fish are there. But the only problem is I feel like you need to feed maybe a bit more bait on this peg on the pole line, because as soon as you hook one, they just spook and fish go everywhere. So imagine your bait is just wafted everywhere. I'm not saying you need to feed loads, but what I'm saying is as soon as you caught a fish, undoubtedly you're going to have to refeed it again. You can't just drop it back in and hope to catch, unless they're really having it, which today they didn't. So great start, couldn't have asked for a better start. And no point messing around with light lines, I tell you, fish just fight too hard. But that was the only one I caught, I couldn't believe it. So I'm not going to show you another 25 minutes of me catching absolutely nothing. I'm just going to fall asleep or switch off, as in change the channel. So to my surprise, started catching a few skimmers. I ended up with 11 pound of them, so I filled in a little bit of gap, but I didn't target them. You know, I'm sure if a fish like lighter lines, like I don't know, an 012 and an 18 hook or something, obviously I undoubtedly would have caught more, but you just get smashed up by carp.
Well, you had the two.
Because it's so shallow, I just fished my margin rigs, to be honest. So I just fished a Maver float, 0.3 gram, 018, straight through to a size 18. I didn't feel the point of messing around with hook lengths or anything like that, so at least you can get the shot like 3 inches away from the hook length. Well, I'll rephrase that, get the shot 3 inches away from the hook. There's no knots or nothing, no weak spots neither, so hopefully everything you hook you should get out. Got a 2.5 hollow, which I think is definitely better. I did step it up and that was a bad mistake. They just tear off and unfortunately just suffer from hook boards, so you've got to accept that the fish are going to tear off, so you just want a soft but reasonably strong elastic. I think 2.5 is good enough really. 2.8, 3mm, too much. Because they just like go off like 200 mile an hour. And a lot of the fish ain't actually foul hooked.
No, nothing broke, just pulled out. Just got a bit. I had him in the net, you know. Pulled a bit too hard. Big common.
Go little on that oil then.
Oh, it wasn't that big. It was like, I don't know, 6, 7 pounds.
It was noticeably fishing quite tough for most to my right, but the guys to my left were catching really well. But with this worm line, sometimes you just gotta, in my experience, you just gotta fish through it, and hopefully you just get stronger and stronger. Also, I've been pinging my 13 metre line, but no real signs yet, so I'm hoping to catch on paste. I know a few lads are catching well on paste on this lake as well, so hopefully I'll be one of them.
to the left.
So we're about 3 hours in, and I just started to get signs on the
We ain't playing the same
paste
fish, are we?
line, so I've come off my worm line, started fishing paste,
No, I wouldn't
and to
have
be
thought so.
fair it was pretty decent.
What?
I actually thought this was Mr. Ainsworth fish actually, because he was playing
don't
one.
think
I
so.
thought it was past mine,
No.
which it was. Then the float's gone under.
No,
and
we
I
haven't.
just
I
gently
thought we lifted
were
it for a
up, and I
second.
was worried there's
I thought I
this
better lift
fish,
that up because it's like getting close.
which obviously it wasn't. So what I want to do now, though, because obviously booked a fish, quite a bit of disturbance, just going to feed some 6mm pellets over the top, and hopefully just get that fish just to settle on it. Did have a little bit of a good run, and I probably just fished a bit too hard. Unfortunately the battery ran out, so I can't show you the end of the video because I hadn't filmed it. But I had a bit of a bad run really, it was a nightmare, but the bites were so rapid, it was unbelievable, and they were in the mouth, but yeah, for whatever reason they just pulled out. But you can see that when you're playing fish, you can see it's just spooking so many fish in your peg. So all the top kits are the commercial powers. I wouldn't recommend fishing any power lights or light kits on this. So the Maver kits are plenty strong enough now. I've been using them almost a year now. It's a good sized fish now. I reckon I only ended up about with maybe 25 carp, and that gave me £158, which was fourth. Looking at the weights, is ever so tight. So 177, a 170, a 168, which is next to me, then my weight, and then there's 141.